Welcome everyone to OCRCC's training on resilience during times of change, remaining grounded. My name is Tracy Miller and I am the Outreach and Engagement Coordinator for OCRCC, and it is a pleasure to be here with you today so that we can just jump right into this training. The mission of OCRCC is to stop sexual violence and its impact through support, education, and advocacy. Our vision is a world free of sexual violence and all other forms of oppression. The training objectives for today is to share working definitions of resilience, change, and grounded, to share tools that will help in finding personal strengths during change, and to share ways that will build resilience. During this particular training, if at any time you feel triggered or you feel a sense of anxiety or a feeling of overwhelming panic or heavy breathing, I ask that you practice self-care. Please take the time to take care of yourselves emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. If that means just taking your feet and planting firmly on the floor, if that means rubbing your hands or rubbing your legs or your thighs just so that you can bring some comfort or center your emotions, then please do that. If you need to stop and take a restroom break, we encourage you to do that, but at all times, please practice self-care. And with that being said, we're going to move on into the core of the training. This training is about resilience, and I know that we've been hearing a lot about that word lately, especially during this time of change and uncertainty and this new pandemic that we've never seen before in the history of the world. So we'll begin by resilience. And just what is resilience? Resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. And it's also the process of adapting well in the face of adversity, trauma, tragedy, threats, or even significant sources of stress, which is exactly what a lot of people are experiencing now. Why does resilience matter? Resilience is important because it enables us to develop mechanism for protection against experiences which could be overwhelming. It helps us to maintain balance in our lives during difficult or stressful periods and can also protect us from the development of some mental health difficulties and issues. Remember that if there's a question that you have, and if you want to know the answer to these questions, I'm going to, and that you feel have not been addressed during this training, I'm going to put up our contact information for OCRCC at the end of this training, and we encourage you to please reach out to us for any follow-ups that you may have. So what is this thing called change that we've been hearing about lately? Change is the act or instance of making or becoming different. Change brings about opportunities. So it's a good thing that we embrace change because change gives us a chance to show some of the hidden talents and hidden strengths that we have that we may not have tapped into without change. So there are 4 life changes everyone will experience at some point in time. The first one is wanted necessary change. And with this change, it comes a sense of I have to change and I want to change. And with this type of change, we ask that you use passion to bring that about. I have to change and I want to change with wanted necessary. This particular change comes about with if you have a passion for something in life and you just feel like I'm I'm not living up to my full potential, or I'm not doing my life's purpose. So I'm going to use this passion to reach the level that I know that I could achieve. That's what this particular change is about, the wanted necessary change. And then we have the second type of change, which is wanted not necessary. And with this particular change, it's I don't have to change, but I want to change. And with this type of change, most people will use play. Think about when you've just um, graduated from college, or you've just decided, I have this really bad habit and it's really not bothering anyone except me, but I know this is not doing me any good. So I think I want to change. I just want a better change in life. And then with the third, you have unwanted necessary change. And with this type of change, you use purpose. I don't want to change, but I have to change. I want to change because I don't want this same generational thing continuing on with my children. Um, I want better for my family. Yeah, it's we've been doing okay, but I need for this change to happen because we really need to live up to our purpose in life. And then the fourth and final type of change that we all experience as humans at some point in time is unwanted, not necessary. And with this type of change, there's usually a piece about it. And with this one, it's I don't want to change and I don't have to change because things are moving along pretty good. So once again, those four types of change are wanted, necessary. And with this, you use passion. I have to change and I want to change. The second one is wanted, not necessary. I don't have to change, but I want to change. You use play. The third is unwanted, necessary. I don't want to change, but I have to. You use your purpose. And the fourth and final one is unwanted, not necessary. I don't want to change, and I don't have to change. And with that one, you use peace. Building resilience during change. Know what is in your control and what is not. What can you truly control in your life? Knowing the answer to this question for yourself is important for your resilience. Change the changeable, accept the unchangeable, and remove yourself from the unacceptable. Determine what you can control. Identify your fears, concentrate on your influence, and develop healthy affirmations, and create a stress management plan if possible. Give yourself at least 5 minutes out of a day to just breathe, to just close your eyes and center yourself, or just meditate or listen to some music. Just give yourself a 5 minute or 10 minute management plan per day, something that's really easy to do and free to do. The next thing that helps with resilience and grounding yourself during times of change is adopting a growth mindset. And this one is very important. When you adopt a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset, you embrace challenges, learn from criticism, persist in the face of setbacks, and find lessons and inspirations from others. Some examples of growth mindset: or acknowledge and embrace imperfections. View challenges as opportunities, try different tactics, cultivate a sense of purpose, and then you would want to replace some of the things that you saw were not working in the past. You might want to do some reading or some research on some things that other people have tried. Maybe get with a peer-to-peer person and say, you know, I've really been struggling with parenting or single parenting during this time. What are some of the ways that you've been using, or some of the things that you've been using during this time to make it work for you? So this would be a really good time to pull from your peers and your friends and other family members. Practice mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, you can learn to savor and appreciate the present moments in your life. Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Mindfulness is being aware of something, and some examples that you can use to practice mindfulness is paying attention, accept yourself, and focus on breathing and living in the moment. Just focusing on what you have going on now, and not what's coming up next week or not what's coming up on tomorrow. It's kind of hard to get to tomorrow if you're panicking and having anxiety attacks right now. So just be in the moment, pay attention, focus on your breathing, and accept yourself. And then we want you to take time to reflect. Reflection is important during times of change. Take time to review the current situation or activity, your week, your day, your month, your year. What do you have going on today? What do you have going on for the rest of the week? What do you have planned for the month? Just take some of the times to reflect back on, well, you know what? Last month was a pretty rough month, but I got through it. And just reflect back on some of the things that you've done or that was done or that you did to help you get through last month up until this point. This is a tool that allows you to take notice and become more mindful of what is happening in your life now. Self-reflection is taking time to think about, to meditate on, to evaluate, and give serious thought to your behaviors, your thoughts, your attitudes, your motivations, and your desires. Remember to breathe. Breathing can not only provide you with a greater sense of mental clarity, it can also help you sleep better, digest food more efficiently, improve your body's immune response, and reduce stress levels. At this time, I'm just going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in with me, and then we will inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. On the count of three, we'll do it very slowly. 1, 2, 3, inhale. And exhale. We'll do it again. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And while we were doing that, this was strengthening your lungs, and it's important to do deep breathing now because it strengthens your lungs and it kind of sort of clears out some of that mucus that may be in your lungs now, but it's also important to take deep breaths now during this COVID-19 pandemic. So it has some really good health benefits as well. Orange County Rape Crisis Center has a 24-hour helpline, and the number to that is 866-935-4783. And you can also reach us at 919-967-7273. And we also have a text to chat line, which is 919-504-5211. And I'm giving you these numbers now because of the new pandemic. Our office is closed as our staff has transitioned to shelter-in-place orders. Our 24-hour crisis intervention and support services are still active throughout this period. But again, I'm going to share the information with you. We have our 24-hour helpline, which is 866-935-4783. We have our text to chat line, which is 919-504-5211. And then you can also connect with us through our business line, 919-968-4647. We still have our advocacy team is still available, and also our clinical staff. So if you feel like you might be still needing some support during this time, please feel free to reach out and connect with people from our clinical staff as well as our advocacy team. This was a pleasure, and I hope that this will give you some tools to use during this time of change that we are all experiencing all over the world. Just know that you're not in this alone. The entire world is going through this with you. And hopefully these little tools and tidbits of resiliency tools can be beneficial to you and your family. Thank you. My name is Tracy Miller, and I appreciate you for attending. Thank you.